Stop what you're doing right now, because what is happening to the Indiana Fever behind the scenes, away from the cameras, is the most alarming story in all of women's basketball right now. Caitlin Clark is healthy, she's ready, she is locked in for 2026. But the woman who saved this franchise while Clark was injured, the woman who scored 20 points a game, hit over 100 threes, and played through a life-threatening medical emergency just to keep the Fever alive, she might be gone. We're talking about Kelsey Mitchell, and the Indiana Fever are facing a crisis that nobody saw coming. Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you'll understand exactly why this dream team is falling apart and what it means for Caitlin Clark's future. Let's start with the basics, because some of you might not fully understand what Kelsey Mitchell means to this franchise. And honestly, that's the whole problem. She doesn't get enough credit. Drafted second overall out of Ohio State in 2018, Mitchell has spent her entire career in Indiana. 8 years, one team. Through the losing seasons, the rebuilds, the empty arenas, Kelsey Mitchell stayed. And in 2025, she had the greatest season of her career. 20.2 points per game, all WNBA first team. She led the entire WNBA in three-pointers, 111 of them. And when Caitlin Clark went down with an injury and was limited to just 13 games, Mitchell carried this entire franchise on her back. But here's what makes her story truly extraordinary. In Game 5 of the WNBA semifinals against the Las Vegas Aces, Mitchell was playing through something called rhabdomyolysis. Her muscles literally stopped producing blood flow. She described it herself. She couldn't move her legs. She said she panicked. She thought the worst. And yet, she kept going, because that's who Kelsey Mitchell is. After everything she gave this team, this city, this fan base, you'd think her return would be a done deal, right? Wrong. Here's where things get complicated. And this is the part most people don't understand. The WNBA's collective bargaining agreement, the legal contract that governs player salaries, free agency, and team rules, expired at the end of the 2025 season. That means right now, as of today, there are no rules, no contracts, no free agency. The entire league is in a state of limbo. And the players' union, the WNBPA, has told every single player, do not sign anything yet. Why? Because a new CBA could mean dramatically higher salaries. Under the old deal, Mitchell's maximum salary was around $249,000 a year. That's it. For an all-star, all-WNBA first-team player, $250,000. The new CBA being proposed could give her a supermax deal worth $1.13 million per year. That is a 4x raise overnight. So, what does Kelsey Mitchell do? She waits. And honestly, can you blame her? Now, here's where it gets scary for Fever fans. On February 19th, on Lisa Leslie's podcast, Between the Lines, Mitchell opened up and her words sent shockwaves through Fever Nation. She said, and I quote, "None of us knows what our future holds," which is scary. I'll be honest with you, it's scary. Scary. That's the word she used. The Fever's most important free agent, the woman their GM called the #1 priority, said her future is scary. And it gets worse. Because it's not just what Mitchell said on the podcast, it's what she posted on social media. Back in December 2025, amid all the free agency uncertainty, Mitchell dropped a cryptic tweet that sent the entire WNBA world into a frenzy. She posted, "When people show you who they are, believe them the first time." That's it. No name, no team mentioned, just that. And immediately, Fever fans lost their minds. Is she talking about the front office? Is she sending a message? Is she hinting at a departure? Nobody knows for sure, but one thing is clear. Kelsey Mitchell is not happy with how things are being handled, and when your franchise cornerstone is posting messages like that during free agency, that is a red flag. Now let's talk about the math, because even if Mitchell resigns, the Fever are staring at a financial nightmare. Here's the situation. Under the new CBA proposal, the WNBA salary cap would be $5.65 million per team. Caitlin Clark and Aaliyah Boston are both still on rookie contracts. Together, they take up about $1.08 million. If the Fever give Mitchell the Supermax at $1.13 million, that's already $2.2 million gone on just 3 players. That leaves roughly $3.4 million to fill 9 more roster spots. Do the math. That's about $382,000 per player, which is actually below the proposed average WNBA salary. Think about what that means. Sophie Cunningham, gone to a team that can pay her more. Natasha Howard, gone. Odyssey Sims, Lexi Hull, Ariel Powers, all of them could walk out the door because Indiana simply can't afford to keep them. The dream team that almost made the WNBA Finals? Dismantled. Not by injuries, not by losing, by a salary cap. And the Fever can't even begin to plan until a new CBA is signed. The WNBA set a March 10th deadline, just weeks away, to agree on a term sheet or risk the entire 2026 season being delayed. To be fair, the Fever aren't sitting still. GM Amber Cox has been loud and clear. She said directly to reporters, the priority will be Kelsey Mitchell and making sure she remains in a Fever jersey. Head coach Stephanie White personally flew to Miami last month to work out with Mitchell, Aaliyah Boston, Lexi Hull, and even Caitlin Clark at Unrivaled. She's doing everything she can to keep this group together. And there is good news. Unlike most free agents, Mitchell is what's called a core player. The Fever have exclusive negotiating rights. No other team can swoop in and steal her, yet. But exclusive rights don't mean guaranteed. They mean Indiana gets first shot. And if Mitchell decides the money isn't right or the team isn't built to win, she could still walk. Here's the bottom line for Caitlin Clark fans. Clark is healthy. She's ready to have the season we've all been waiting for. The Fever were 1 game away from the WNBA Finals last year with Mitchell hobbling on a life-threatening injury. Imagine what this team can do with a healthy Mitchell and a healthy Clark playing together for a full season. But that dream only happens if the Fever can keep this roster intact. And right now, that's far from guaranteed. The CBA must get done, the salary cap must make sense, and Kelsey Mitchell must feel valued financially and emotionally to put that Fever jersey back on. Because without Mitchell, the Fever aren't contenders. They're a team with a star and a hole where their engine used to be. So here's my question for you. Do you think the Indiana Fever keep Kelsey Mitchell, or is this the beginning of the end for Caitlin Clark's dream team? Drop your answer in the comments right now. And if this video opened your eyes, smash that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next one. The Fever story is far from over, but one thing is certain. The next few weeks will define this franchise for years to come. Stay locked in.